Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit questionable because we're going to be letting ChatGPT build a house for us. Which is kind of scary because ChatGPT is very, I don't know what the word is, but spontaneous in a way. But anyways, he will be deciding literally every aspect of this house. I literally have a list of stuff that I'm going to ask him. This isn't going to be like a house, it's going to be mostly an apartment. Because one, I cannot be bothered to do an exterior right now. Because honestly, look at my money at the moment. This is not enough. I'd probably have to go work halfway through. Anyways, the questions are the type of apartment and the number of bedroom and bathrooms, the color scheme, the overall theme, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, change of scenery. We are now at ChatGPT and we are going to be asking him the exact same questions that I just listed. So, please, sorry, my keyboard is super loud. Okay, so the first question is, please name me one type of house. I'm saying please because I honestly don't want him to break down my door and totally annihilate me because I'm scared of AI. Anyways, I also said one because usually he would give me like a list of essays about each thing. Oh my god, it's so annoying. But anyways, a bungalow. I was thinking more apartment because that's what I'm capable of doing right now. Okay, please name me one type of apartment. Studio apartment. Oh my god, that is such a good idea. Interesting. Okay, I like that. Okay, give me, okay, one set of numbers of bedroom and bathroom. 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. 3 bedrooms in a studio apartment. Aren't studio apartments supposed to be small or something? 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. I can do an ensuite bathroom, so that's fine. But 3 bedrooms? Oh my god. Okay, next. Okay, so the next question is color scheme. Warm beige, dusty rose, and sage green. This is not bad. This is not, what is dusty rose? Okay, so apparently this is dusty rose, and I can work with this. This is a nice color, not gonna lie. Alright, so this is the color scheme. I'm obviously gonna be adding like black and white because that's a no-brainer. But anyways, overall theme. Okay, so the next question, overall theme. Minimalist Scandinavian. Oh my god, ChatGPT is so smart. Oh my god, I loved it. Thank you. Okay, so basically what we have right now is studio apartment, 3 bedrooms, which is very questionable, 2 bathrooms, warm beige, dusty rose, sage green, minimalist Scandinavian. Okay, I see the vision. Okay, so I'm gonna be scrolling on Pinterest to get some ideas on like the studio apartment that ChatGPT wants me to build because I am currently in a situation that I don't really know what a studio apartment really is. So I'm gonna create a Pinterest board and then I will show you my ideas. Okay, so this is the board so far and this is what it's looking like. In this picture, I really like the windows because they're very minimal and makes the space look a little bit bigger, and also this type of rug and that type of bed is giving the dusty rose vibe. And also, you see this arch situation over here? I love that so much, and honestly, it's giving studio apartment because I feel like most of them are a little bit, I don't know, they're very industrial. I don't know how to explain it, but in my head, that's what it looks like. So I might be adding this, or we have another idea of doing this type of like divider situation with like these sliding doors, which I think is really cool. And also in the other picture, this picture, these cabinets, oh my god, they're so nice, but it's gonna be hard to remake them out of basic shapes, so it might not be there, but who knows. Also, this couch, oh my god, that is literally so nice. I mean, it's kind of weird, but I like it. I don't know why, it's just giving apartment. So this I will definitely make out of basic shapes and put this in the house. And oh, also I wanted to make it like an artsy type studio because when I think of studio, I think of art. So I want to make it like some art person lives here. Well, actually 3 people are living here because I have to make 3 bedrooms. which is honestly the worst thing that could possibly ever happen, but it is what it is. But anyways, this is one idea for a bedroom, like going with the sage green and then the dusty rose situation. And then this is another idea for a bedroom with this sliding door situation again. And then this was also another idea with like a little balcony possibly. So yeah, these are my ideas. So oh, and this kitchen, I want to do a kitchen like this to make it like really small, because it's a studio apartment, right? So everything is gonna be a little bit cramped, but honestly, my definition of a studio apartment might be completely wrong, because I don't really have a good idea of what one looks like. Okay, so I did some research, and a studio apartment, according to Google, is a self-contained single-room living space. Basically, the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom is all one room. But we have a little bit of a situation, which I'll explain later on. But yeah, this is what a studio apartment is, if you didn't know already, like me. Okay, so I have finally finished the layout of the apartment. So this is the layout. So that's the living room, this is the kitchen, this is the dining room, that's the bedroom, another bedroom, and another bedroom, bathroom and bathroom, and that's gonna be a little hallway. Okay, so now that we are at the decorating part of the video, finally, after literal years. But anyways, the problem that I mentioned earlier is that a studio apartment, right, it's literally one room. So like living room, kitchen, bedroom, dining room, all in one room, apart from the bathroom, obviously. But CHAT GPT, he told me to add 3 bedrooms, and I cannot put 3 bedrooms in one room, including the living room, dining room, and kitchen. I can't do that. I physically cannot do that. So I had to do a little bit of cheating. So I did make like the master bedroom connect with the rest of the house, but then I did have to make 2 other bedrooms like on the side, you know. So you see that bedroom like opposite the front door, that's going to be connected to the living room and kitchen, but the other 2 are not, because, well, you know, privacy and stuff, and like it wouldn't make sense if I didn't. But yeah, I also connected the hallway to the main part of the apartment with an archway instead of like a full wall, so then it's more, what's the word, flush, you know. But anyways, I did use like glass doors in this house, so then it does have that, you know, studio apartment vibe where it's like all connected. But yeah, that's the issue, but it's not really much of an issue, it's not that deep, so it's fine. But anyways, then I moved on to building the what's this called, the couch, which is the exact same one that I saw on Pinterest, but I just made it this dusty rose pink as ChatGPT told me to do. I also made the roof like a skylight, because the main like apartment room is like pretty big, so it would be pretty hard to like light up, so I just used like skylights, because also it's pretty hard to put windows in an apartment, so that kind of like substitutes for the windows. But anyways, I also made like these sliding doors slash wall to connect the other bedroom, but it's still kind of like separated to the rest of the house, so it's still that studio apartment thing without cheating. I also added like paintings leaning against the wall, because like I said earlier, I wanted like the house to have some kind of art persona. I did have to make the bed using like 4 mattresses, because this room was huge. I didn't even realize it was this big, so I had to make a huge bed. So yeah, and I decorated it with little blankets and like a diary and a coffee and stuff to make it look a little bit more lived in. And then I obviously added some more paintings around it. This room was like, you know, the room that I showed you on Pinterest? I'll put the picture on the screen right now. It kind of mirrors that bedroom. So that's why I added the 2 little pink, what they called, bedside tables next to it. And I obviously added a huge carpet in the middle, because it would look pretty sad without one. And then I added these, like, you know, these what's it called, ottoman things, I don't know what they're called, but like these little seat thingies at the edge of the bed, because in the Pinterest picture they had these things in it. Yeah, I added those to make it look a little bit more accurate. And then I moved onto the kitchen. For the kitchen, I used, you know, that desk, the glamorous desk. I used that as the sink because I wanted the kitchen to have some kind of like curved shape to it, you know, to make it a little bit more unique in a way. So I added that, and I'm going to put the sink on top of it, and then the rest of the counters will basically be basic shapes. You'll kind of understand what I mean when I show you the end result, but yeah, it's kind of like that. Basically everything basic shapes. Anyways, then I moved on to making a custom dining table slash island at the same time. So basically all I did was use the cubes and then kind of like use the transform tool to make it like turn with the curve of the table, like how I'm doing right now. Do you kind of understand what I mean? But yeah, it took me a long time to get it perfect, but yeah, I did get it perfect in the end. And then I just used a transform tool to bring them all down, so now it's like a full island dining table situation. And then yeah, I added the sink onto that curved bit that pops out like I said I would, and then I just added some more decoration. I used most of the Smeg appliances because, well, they're not Smeg, whatever brand this UON thing is. But anyways, I like those ones because they're a little bit more, I don't know, apartment vibes, you know? But yeah, I also added this kind of like wallpaper to the back of the kitchen because it gave it a little bit of a backsplash, which was pretty interesting. And also I felt like the kitchen was a little bit too green, so I needed to add a little bit of pink to make it, you know, make a little bit more sense. Then I moved on to decorating the hallway, which was honestly surprisingly hard to decorate because I couldn't really add that many things because I wanted the hallway to be a little bit more simple than the other rooms. It's just a hallway anyway, like who cares? But yeah. Then I moved on to the bathroom. For the bathroom, you know, the bathtub, I wanted to like use basic shapes to make it look like the bath is like full, and then I would use, you know, the clear spheres to make bubbles that were like coming out of it. I wanted to do something like that, but then I realized, well, I'm running out of money right now. Like I literally have like 28k, so I decided not to do that, otherwise I would break the bank very hard. So yeah, that did not happen, but honestly I might just add it later on, but who knows. But yeah, then I moved on to the second bedroom. This bedroom was for the person that does like fashion design and stuff. So basically each bedroom has like its own like theme to it. Like the first one I did over there was like for a person that does art, and this one is for like a fashion designer. So yeah, that's why there's a bunch of like pencils and rulers and all that kind of things. And then yeah, I added a bunch of like these dress decals to make it look a little bit more fashion designer-y situation. So yeah, then I just added a bunch of other decorations. I basically copy pasted everything because it was so much easier to do it that way. But then I just added this green carpet to incorporate a bit of the sage green because that room was looking way too pink for my liking. But anyways, then we moved to the next room. This room was for like a more musical person because I want each room to have something to do with art. And then I thought, I did art, I did fashion design, now let's just do music. So I did music. So this room was honestly so easy to decorate because it was the smallest out of all of them, and music, like the instruments, take up most of the space anyways. So yeah. And then I moved on to the little ensuite bathroom, which was pretty quick and easy to make. I basically copy pasted from the other bathroom because I am lazy like that. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this apartment, and then I will show you the tour now. Alright, so now for the tour. So as you enter the apartment, you are greeted with a very amazing, lovely custom couch. This couch costed a lot of money because I had to use, oh my god, what is this? Amazing. Okay, I will do this. Oh my god, I can't even move my mouse. Bruh. Hello? Oh my god, I can't move my mouth. What do I do? Hello, can I just, oh my god. Let's just leave and come back because I have no idea what on earth just happened. anyways, now that we are back in the apartment after I just got bombarded with that Halloween notification. But yeah, as I was saying, this couch is very, very expensive because I had to use like these beveled cubes and I had to like resize them and stuff, and oh my god, it was such a pain. But it is a good outcome, to be honest. Like, it's really unique. So yeah, and also this what's it called, coffee table is also custom, just a bunch of structurals. And yeah, that's basically the living room. There is no TV because we don't want to put a TV just straight on the floor. That'll just be weird. So yeah, there's two other couches which aren't really that interesting, so yeah. And then over here is a lovely kitchen. This island, oh my god, I love this island so much. This is also extremely expensive because it's just basic shapes. So yeah. And then over here is, oh my god, did I forget to decorate this? This is so sad. I will decorate it eventually. But yeah, anyways, this is the kitchen. Amazing. This little pop out over here is so nice. I might even do this in my other houses as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the kitchen, nothing much. And then over here is just a mirror and a little seat thingy. And then yeah, this is the first bedroom. This bedroom has a really big window looking out onto the beach. Well, to be honest, it should really be like on the second floor because it's an apartment. It shouldn't be like straight on the floor like this. But you know what? I got lazy. But anyways, this room is basically for the person that does art. And yeah, she has a little easel over here and a little seat and her desk and her laptop and basically all her artwork around the house. So yeah, she has a huge bed. Like, this bed is made of like 4 mattresses. So yeah, it's on the little, what are these called? The little plank thingies. I don't know what they're called, but I put them on there because it's just a little bit more interesting. But yeah. And then over here is the hallway with a little bricked arch. And then there's obviously skylights on the roof. And then yeah, there's a little painting again, a little chair. And then over here is the bathroom. This is like the main bathroom for like everybody. And then over here is bedroom number 2. This bedroom is for the fashion designer. And yeah, her bedroom is pretty small, but it is useful. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that bedroom. And over here is the bedroom for the music artist. And yeah, I did copy paste a bunch of these like paintings because I didn't know what other decals I could use. So I just kind of copy pasted a bunch of them. But yeah, she plays the guitar and the keyboard and like, yeah. And she has a little ensuite over here. And yeah, it's basically copy pasted just like the other one, the other bathroom over there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this apartment. Oh my god, can I get out? Thank you. It's very small. Am I stuck? Okay. It's very small but cute at the same time. So yeah, let me know if you think that this apartment ties in the theme with what ChatGPT told me to do. And if not, tell me how I can like fix this thing, because honestly I do see some improvements that I could make like right now. But yeah, let me know in the comments, like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!